Lead generation is way easier than you think. All these gurus on YouTube make it into this overly complex process that takes years and years to master and get working, when in fact a successful B2B lead generation campaign just comes down to 6 really simple and easy to follow steps. I have helped over 230 aspiring agency owners take this stuff and take this exact framework and offer it as a service to sell to other B2B businesses and scale their agents to $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $70,000 a month. In this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it takes to go from an absolute beginner, pretty much starting from zero, to landing multiple high-ticket clients predictably for your own service. This video is gonna be a bit on the longer side, so if you don't have the attention span to sit and see exactly how we have generated over $10 million of revenue through this lead generation process, it's better for you to just watch TikToks or Netflix or go to the nightclub, whatever, because you're probably not gonna make it anyways. There are obviously hundreds, if not thousands of ways to generate new business and find new customers. You can do SEO, you can do cold calling, you can do door-to-door, you can do paid advertising, affiliate programs, content marketing, referrals and networking. And throughout my years in sales and digital marketing, I have tried out most of them. I have generated thousands of leads for local businesses through Facebook advertising and different sales funnels. I have done cold outreach with a custom coded cold calling bot that could dial 3,000 calls in a minute and leave an automated message. That was a pretty fun project. I have had a team of 15 cold callers selling supplements over the phone. I have knocked on over 30,000 doors, and I had a team of over 10 door-to-door reps knocking on doors. And I have generated tens of thousands of leads through content marketing on Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok. And I have also gotten a bunch of big deals through my networks and referrals. But still to this day, there has always been one lead generation channel superior to others, which has been cold email. Throughout cold email, I was able to grow one Nordic marketing agency from 16,000 euros a month to 88,000 euros in 2 months. Through cold email, I was able to scale my own lead generation agency from 0 to over 40,000 euros in 6 months. Here's a screenshot from my bank account. And also through cold email, I have been able to help over 200 B2B lead generation agencies generate over $10 million in revenue for their clients and for themselves and scale to $10, $30, or $70,000 a month. And here's just a few screenshots of that. Tony, one of our clients, absolutely amazing, closing like big 15K a month deal for 12 months through cold email. Jack closing 21K in a day in insurance deals through cold email. Johannes booking 18 meetings in a week for his clients and getting 515 positive responses in 4 months. Elliot Nordstrom closing a 6,900 euro deal plus 10% rev share on project sizes of 80,000 euros. And Wyatt generating $2 million in the span of 4 months for one of his clients. And all of this is done through cold email. Even as dumb as it sounds, cold email has literally changed my whole life. What makes cold email so powerful? How can someone get results like this? The reason why cold email works so amazingly well is because it bypasses a lot of the problems other lead generation and marketing channels have. For example, SEO and content marketing can take months or years to get working, when cold email campaigns can be launched in a day. Cold calling and knocking doors takes a crazy amount of time and resources, but cold email can be fully automated with a simple $37 a month tool. Referrals and networking is extremely hard to predict, when a well-working cold email campaign is super predictable. Or paid advertising, it's expensive and it's getting more expensive day by day. Launching a cold email campaign, on the other hand, costs you like $100 and can bring the exact same results that a $10,000 ad budget can. And the best thing is, everyone has an email account. The Pope has one, the president has one, your grandma has one. So with cold email campaigns, it's super fast to launch. Like if you know what you're doing, you can launch it in 30 minutes. It's extremely inexpensive to run. A campaign can cost like $100 to run, and you can make tens of thousands, even $1 million with it. You can choose exactly who you target, so there's no need to target random people. You can handpick who the campaign is gonna go to. And it's also predictable, and it isn't based on any third-party algorithms, like for example Facebook. Like if you run ads on Facebook, your account gets banned or the algorithms change and suddenly your ads stop working. That can't happen with cold email. And that's why I truly feel that cold email is the superior lead generation and marketing channel. How to get started with cold email? I know that your natural instinct tells you that running a successful cold email campaign will be extremely complex and hard to do. And I totally get it. Something this amazing can't be easy to do. That at least would be the first thought in my mind as well, but that is far from the truth. Running a successful cold email campaign only has 5 core steps. Picking the target audience, generating a benefit-focused offer, setting up the sending infrastructure, writing the cold email sequence, and creating the campaigns. So the first thing obviously is going to be picking the target audience. So before launching a cold email campaign, we need to decide who we are going to target. Hitting the bullseye is impossible without a target. So how are we going to do it? The first thing we need to understand is what stage in our business we are at. Do we already have paying customers? Do we have case studies of great results? Are we just starting out? If we already have paying customers and results for our business, it's pointless trying to reinvent the wheel. If somebody already has paid us for our service, the chances are that there are a lot of similar businesses who would be interested in it as well. So if you already have a customer who is medium-sized cybersecurity consultancy in the UK, that's who you should start targeting. If you already have a customer, just target similar companies with your cold email campaigns. No need to reinvent the wheel. I also know that you might be asking, but Levi, what if I have clients from multiple industries? That is fine, and that is also what I have expected. Look at all of your clients and see who has paid you the most amount of money and gotten the best results. That is going to be your target market. You might be asking, okay, what if I'm just starting out and I don't have any clients? That is also fine, and probably most of the people watching this video fall into that category. In this situation, you'll have to come up with an educated guess on who you should target. You need to make a guess on what industry could benefit from your services the most and would have the biggest demand for your services. If you're selling social media marketing services, are there any industries who have fallen behind in the digital marketing evolution and are clearly trying to catch up without much success? If you're selling B2B Lead Generation services, are there any industries who heavily rely on less effective ways to generate leads? For example, networking and referrals. Or if you're selling AI automation services, are there industries who don't have the up-to-date technical knowledge on creating these modern systems in place but could benefit from it a lot? Like, for example, hotels, maybe they have a crazy amount of stuff going on and they need to do a lot of manual stuff and they don't have the technical knowledge. That might be a great market for your automation agency. Obviously, finding the perfect answer for this won't always be fast or easy, but that's the name of the game. Go to Reddit discussion boards, LinkedIn and Facebook groups, job posts, or talk with people in the industry. And if you do it effectively, you can figure out a great test market in a day. And the great thing about cold email is that you can launch a campaign quickly and find out exactly if your guess is good or not. Most important thing is don't get paralyzed by the fear of uncertainty. Get testing, you'll figure it out 100 times faster compared to just overanalyzing and trying to find the perfect answer. And then when you have your target market picked, go to Apollo and build a list of prospects matching your target market. And here is Apollo.io, a really simple tool used by a lot of cold emails to generate these lists of prospects. Let's say you want to reach out to the IT industry. You just come here, industry and keywords, and then you just search up the industry, information technology and services, search up your location, so maybe it's United States, and then you just select who you want to reach out to. Maybe you want to reach out to all the CEOs, owners, and founders of all IT companies in the United States. And then you can just select all these leads and save them and export them to yourself. You can also use a service called Find Email to do it really fast. And obviously here we can see companies like LinkedIn and YouTube. So if you want to target a bit of smaller companies, you can just select your filters here. We can see like companies between 1 to 100 employees. You're able to find 57,000 email addresses for CEOs and founders and owners of this IT business in the United States. So if you run a good cold email campaign to them, we can get a lot of clients automatically. After we have done that, we're gonna go into step number 2, which is creating a benefit-focused offer. Now that we have our target picked, we need something to sell them. And no, Facebook ads isn't enough. We need a benefit-focused offer that explains to the prospects what they will get and how fast they can get it. There's 5 elements to a great offer. There's first a clear measurable end result. Then there's a specific time frame to achieve said end result. Then there's a mechanism of delivering the end result. There's a guarantee and there's price. So first we need to have a clear measurable end result. If there is no clear measurable end result to buying your service, it's going to be extremely difficult for us to sell anything. Imagine if your friend told you, hey bro, if you give me $1,000 today, I'll give you more money back. You probably wouldn't take that deal, right? And why is that? Because there's just way too much uncertainty. Of course, if he gave you back $100,000, it would be a pretty sweet deal, but if he gives you back $1,001, that would be a huge waste of time and money. So it's extremely important that their offer has a measurable end result. The end result doesn't have to always be about making someone more money. It can also be things like saving time or saving money. But it should definitely be tied to either money or time, because that's what people value the most. Sometimes there won't be a clear correlation between your service and money or time, so you'll have to make a little bit of an assumption. For example, if you're selling an employee well-being app or service, it doesn't have a clear measurable end result to time or money. So you would have to argue that with better employee health, you are able to cut down sick leaves 2 days per person. And if the average cost of a sick day is $500, it would mean that an organization of 100 employees would save $100,000 per year. You could also argue that better well-being will increase the productivity of employees by $1.5 an hour, which means over $2,600 per person. And for a 100 employee organization, this would mean once again hundreds of thousands of dollars per year saved in unproductive hours. Also, better employee well-being results in less employees quitting their job, which alone could save a 100-person organization hundreds of thousands of dollars in hiring, training, and management costs. Like sometimes, for example, if someone leaves from the C level or VP level or high level, it can cost like $20,000 to just find the right employee, and then it's gonna take like another $20,000 to hire them and train them up. Company could save like $50,000 by doing this. So do you see how save $100,000 per year is way easier to sell than better employee well-being? So figure out what measurable end result does your service or products provide to an organization and find data or studies backing that to calculate an estimated amount for it. Either time or money saved or extra money generated. Okay, now we have our end result, but we need to determine a specific time frame for it. Imagine if your friend walks up to you and says, "Hey bro, if you give me $1,000, I'll give you $2,000 back." And obviously your first question would be, when will I get that $2,000? If you get it the next day, that's a pretty great deal, but if you get it in 5 years, it's a deal probably you wouldn't take. And that exact question will be in the minds of your potential clients as well. To figure out an accurate time frame for your results, take out a piece of paper and write down all the steps that need to be taken to get to the end result you are providing and how long each of the steps will on average take. I recommend calculating the time estimates a bit higher than you actually think they'll be, because it's better to undersell and over-deliver. For example, if you are selling a B2B Lead Generation agency and our measurable end result is an extra $100,000 revenue generated, the steps would look something like this. You first do an onboarding call with a client, it takes 60 minutes. Then you set up the sending infrastructure, which takes 3 hours. You scrape the lead list, which takes 30 minutes. You write the cold email sequence, which takes like 6 hours if you're like really going heavy at it. You warm up the domains, which takes 14 days. You build the campaigns, which is gonna take 30 minutes. And then you launch the campaign, which is gonna take you like 10 minutes. And then when you have the whole system running, on average, it's gonna take you 6 months to generate 30 qualified sales calls for them. So if our client's closing rate is the industry average of 20% and their average customer lifetime value is $20,000, that will get us to $100,000 and above in revenue generated. Of course, based on your client's specific metrics in their business, the time frame might change, but it does not matter. Since before selling our service, we will speak to them in a sales call, so we can set them a specific time frame results based on their metrics. So calculate your average time frame based on their activities that need to be done, or if you have past client results, just look at them and see how long it took to achieve them and certain result and use that. The easiest thing to do is look at what you have already done, but if you don't have it, you need to make an educated guess. This would be realistic time frame for someone who has these metrics in their business. But maybe someone has lower lifetime value or lower closing rate, then we can tell them in a sales call, yeah, first I said 6.5 months, but because of your closing rate and because of your average deal size, I think it's gonna actually take 8 or 9 months. Is that fine? Or maybe someone has 30% closing rate and they're selling 100K deals. They're like, okay, this is not really gonna take that long. It's probably gonna take like 3 or 4 months based on our estimate. Then after we have our measurable end result and a time frame, we need to have a mechanism of delivering the end result. And once again, I'm going to use the random friend asking for money metaphor since it makes a lot of sense. Okay, imagine if your friend walked up to you today and told you, hey bros, if you give me $1,000 today, I will give you $2,000 back in 2 weeks. It has a measurable end result and it has a time frame. So what would be the next question in your mind? Probably, okay, how are you going to do that? Because if he tells you that he'll place all your money on red on a roulette table and win, you'd probably think that that is the dumbest idea in the world and it's never going to work and I'm never going to do it. But what if he told you that he has a 20K Christmas bonus coming in 2 weeks and just needs some money urgently because his car's broken? You would probably think, oh yeah, that makes sense and sounds like a reliable deal. Once again, this exact thing will happen when talking to our potential clients. They will want to know how you're going to deliver the end result in the time frame you have promised them. And this is where your particular service comes into place. And examples of different mechanisms would be conversion-focused sales funnels, or AI-leveraged outbound campaigns, or user-generated content ads on TikTok, or company-wide 5-minute exercise breaks. Just make sure that you don't make the common mistake of coming up with a cool and mysterious mechanism that nobody has ever heard of. Way too often, I see beginners coming up with these mechanisms like our killer data-based AI rocket ship framework. Like, what does that even mean? Your mechanism needs to make sense in your prospect's head, and the more unique it is, the better. So figure out how you're going to deliver these results and format it in a unique but still logical way. So if you sell Facebook ads, don't just say that you're going to get you these results with Facebook ads. Come up with like a unique twist to it. Like, what do you do differently with Facebook ads than everyone else? For example, AI leveraged Facebook ads, bilingual Facebook ads. So there always needs to be like a unique twist to it, or it doesn't have to be. It still works without a unique twist. But if it's a unique twist that the prospect has never seen before, but it still makes sense in their head, it's going to work way better. For our offer, we are going to need a guarantee. Going back to your friend metaphor again, imagine this. Your friend walks up to you and says, if you give me $1,000 today to fix my car, I'll give you $2,000 back in 2 weeks from the 20K Christmas bonus I'm getting. So what is the next thing on your mind? Probably, what if the Christmas bonus gets delayed or you don't get it? Of course, if you trust your friend well and you have known him for your whole life, there probably is no need for a guarantee. But the problem is that you haven't known your potential clients for your whole life. They have heard a lot of big claims and they have probably been promised the moon from the sky by other service providers in the past. So they don't trust you 1,000%. So we need to give them a guarantee. The guarantee can be anything you can come up with. And obviously, the stronger the guarantee is, the easier time you'll have closing clients and charging more money for your offer. And a few examples of great guarantees I have used. You only pay us X dollars per meeting we generate. So in my lead generation agency, for example, you only pay us $300 per meeting that we book you. So then there's like no risk if you don't book meetings. Or you only pay us 10% of revenue we generate. If I make you $10,000, you only pay me $1,000 from it. Or you only pay us after we have achieved X results. Or if you don't achieve X results in Y time frame, you'll get 100% of your money back. If you don't make this amount of money, we'll just pay you all the money back. Or if you don't get a return on your investment in X time, you'll get 100% of your money back. For some of you, the idea of giving a guarantee might seem scary and stressful, but that is completely okay. If you can't provide the results you're promising your client, you don't deserve to get paid anyways. A lot of people try to combat this by coming up with guarantees that have no risk for themselves. Guarantees like, if I don't get X results in Y time, we will work for free until you do. But that's like a dumb guarantee, because like if you didn't get the results in 30 days, you probably are not going to get the results in 60 days. So just focus on getting better in delivering your own service. Even if you work with a client for 3 months and have to refund them afterwards, it's still a huge win for you when you're getting started, because you got to practice for free with an actual client and you probably got 10 times better during those 3 months than you were before. And you did it for free. So now figure out what is the strongest possible guarantee you can give to someone and just go with that. It's going to help you make way more money, get clients faster and easier, and also your cold email campaigns are going to perform extremely well. And then obviously we need a price for our offer. If you have followed all the previous steps, you can charge a lot of money. How much do you think someone would be willing to pay if someone told them like, hey, I will do cold email lead generation for you? Not that much, like maybe $500. There's no end result, there's no time frame, no guarantees or anything that really make it a great deal. But how much would someone be willing to pay if someone came up to them and told them, hey, I will make you an extra $100,000 in 180 days through AI leveraged outbound marketing campaigns, or you don't pay? Like probably $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. So just by recreating your offer, you're able to 10x your prices. Because there is no benefit in trying to be the cheapest service provider in the market. It's a race to the bottom. It is better to try to charge as much as you can and only work with few clients. This way you will be able to deliver the select few clients a way better experience and results, but you're still going to make the same money. Like instead of having 10 clients that pay you $1,000 a month, you can just have 2 clients that pay you $5,000 a month, and you can just get way better results for those 2 clients than you would get those 10. So a few different pricing models you can use for your offer is, first of all, result-based pricing, which is, for example, with a lead generation agency, it's really good to charge per lead generated or per call booked. $100 per lead or $300 per call booked. Or retainers. Retainers just like an Y amount of dollars a month, no matter what happens. This is going to cost you $3K, no matter if we deliver really good results or really bad results. Rev share pretty much meaning a certain percentage of revenue generated. If I make you $10,000, you pay me $1,000. Or one-time setups, which is pretty much just you pay me once $5,000 or whatever, and that's it. Like after that, there's no need to pay. So there is no perfect pricing model to pick. It's going to fully depend on the service you offer and the clients you work with. Play around with them and see what feels the most efficient for you. If you are just starting out, I would recommend going with either rev share or results-based pricing, or you can go with retainers, but you need to have a strong guarantee. I truly believe that result-based pricing always, no matter how long you have been doing this, is a better option, because obviously if you do it for a long time, you get way better and you deliver way better results and you can just make way more money. For example, one of our clients who we consult on building a lead gen agency, he made over 76K in a month in profit by working with 2 clients. And he only has a 2.5% rev share with one of the clients and 2% rev share deal with another client. But yeah, after you have figured that out, your offer should look something like this. We will deliver end result in time frame using a mechanism or guarantee. For example, we will save you $100,000 in a year through 5-minute company-wide exercise breaks, or you don't pay. That's a pretty good deal. Or we will generate you an extra $100,000 in 6 months using cold email marketing or using AI leveraged outbound marketing. And you pay based on the results we generate you. And you can make $3,000 a month on that service. Then when you have your offer created and your target picked, we need to go and set up the sending infrastructure. To efficiently send cold emails, we need to create a cold email infrastructure. This part might seem technologically a bit scary at first, but after you have done it once, it's as easy as pressing the snooze button 6 a.m. in the morning. For the cold email infrastructure, we will be needing 10 different domains and 2 email accounts on each domain. This way, we will have 20 email accounts. The reason why we need 20 email accounts is simple. If you start sending hundreds of emails a day from one email account, it's going to look suspicious to Google or any other email platform. They will think that you are a spamming bot disguised as a prince from Nigeria asking for $1,000 to transfer some money to you as a gift. And we obviously don't want that. So we need to create multiple sending accounts to split the volume with. With one email account, you can safely send 30 to 40 emails a day. Meaning that if we have 20 email accounts, you can send to 800 emails per day automatically. And let's say we are sending 600 emails per day automatically. And we are getting a 0.5% booking rate, which is fairly good to get. Meaning that if we send 100 emails, 0.5% of people are going to book a meeting. That's going to book us 3 meetings every single day. And that's like 60 meetings in a month. And let's say you have a 20% closing rate from 60 meetings, that's going to be 12 clients. And let's say that you sell a $3,000 a month service, that's like $36K a month in revenue added. I'm not going to walk you through the setups in this video since it's mega simple, but if you want a full step-by-step guide from our high-ticket consulting program for free, you can go to leadgenkit.io and you will get access to it for free. And you can also get this document that I'm going through for free there. And this is pretty much what the Lead Gen Kit looks like. It's just a free resource that I have been giving away. You can find the document that I'm using right here. You can find all of the tutorials, like step by step. It shows you exactly what to do. And you will also find like a bunch of really golden stuff, like how to build a lead gen agency, how to do LinkedIn lead generation, how to do inbox management. Go to leadgenkit.io and just download it and use that guide to set up your infrastructure. And also the crazy thing about the Lead Gen Kit, a lot of people have used just the Lead Gen Kit, which is free, to get to like $10,000, $25,000 a month. And then the fifth thing is writing the cold email sequences. Now it's a time for us to write the cold emails we're going to send. The big mistake that most cold email beginners make is thinking that the cold email script they use is the important part of the cold email campaign. And I get it, it makes sense, but if you have done your first 4 steps right, the script is actually the simple and easy part. You're just putting together your offer into a simple 50 to 100 word message and sending it to the target you have already picked using the system you have already created. So don't stress about it. And to make things even easier, I'll give you the exact template we have used to book 3,200 meetings through cold email in the past 12 months for all kinds of businesses. So the template that we have used to do this is like this. Hey, first name, and then location-based personalization. I want to reach out since we have been helping your niche or your target market companies in this location to get end result in this time frame without the common pain point in the niche. Guarantee. Do you mind if I send a bit more information about this? Your signature, PS, a case study. The first part we have. This section of the template is fairly self-explanatory. Our goal is super simple. We want to greet the prospect with their first name and show that we have done our research on them. If the person thinks we have sent them this email personally, they'll be more likely to respond to it since we have taken the time out of our day to research their location and specifically send the email to them. Obviously, we don't want to send these emails manually by hand, so the trick is to target one location at a time. For example, we can run a campaign only to prospects located in France and start the campaign off by saying, I'll make this email short, unlike the line at the Louvre. Louvre is like the big museum in Paris. This way the prospect immediately sees that it has specifically been sent to them. An easy way to get extra points in the mind of the prospect is to make it funny. When I'm writing these first lines, I'll just go to Google and I'll just Google funny facts about location. And just make sure that your first line isn't something super offensive or stereotypical, because that will just do more harm than good. Then we're going to have the email body, pretty much the juice of the whole email. After the first line, we are going to go straight to the point. When sending cold emails, you are fighting for the attention of the prospect. The chances are that they have 100 emails, coworkers hitting them up on Slack, and their wife is calling them about the broken doorknob that needs fixing so little Timmy doesn't escape the house. We need to immediately hit them with the relevant information and answer what you do, who do you do it for, what can they gain, and how fast. Also, a great bonus is if you can mention a painful thing they can stop doing when working with you to increase the perceived value of our offer. As you can see, the email can be extremely simple if you understand the end result your niche is looking for. for and can provide it, and you know what painful things they commonly struggle with. The key to making the email body resonate with your prospect is to listen for the common pain points in the market. You can find these from forums your prospects hang out in, communities revolving around your niche, the LinkedIn content your prospects write, and listening to your prospects in sales calls and emails. So they will tell you yeah, we're so fed up with doing this one thing, we're so fed up with relying on referrals. It's also important that you have your ears open for the end result your prospects desire. Some niches on average want more revenue, other niches care about their market share, so it's extremely important that you position your offer towards this exact end result. If you have the thesis or case studies to prove your results, you can make super bold claims. Then we have the guarantee. So after we have promised the world to our prospect, they will be thinking, damn, what a snake oil salesman, probably won't even deliver results. Here we want to reverse the risk and offer them at the guarantee that we have already created. When done right, this will drop the walls of the prospect and spark their excitement about your email. When delivering a done-for-you service, your advantage is that you are in almost full control of the results you generate. Because of this, you can offer bold guarantees. A great example of a guarantee would be, we guarantee that you triple your investment in the first 97 days, or we will fully refund you and pay for a private tour at the low rate for you and your whole sales team. This way the prospect sees that there is no way they will lose money on this, and they also have an opportunity to gain something valuable if everything goes south. And then we're going to have the call to action. There are multiple ways to do call to actions on cold emails. You can do hard call to actions that directly ask them for a call, or you can offer them a quick video or a resource that provides them value about the topic. There is no right or wrong way to do this, but for the maximum performance, I recommend using the CTA mentioned in the template. This CTA gives you a lot of optionalities on how you want to continue with the conversation, and it's also low friction and easy to reply to. Experiment with your call to action when everything else is optimized and test it in the campaign. Then we're going to have your signature, which is super self-explanatory. Just tell who you are, don't add any links to ensure perfect deliverability. Just tell your name, your company and title, your address, and also your phone number. Then the PS section, so the last thing on the email. Here in the PS section of the email, we want to drop some extra credibility. If you're starting out and you don't have case studies or client results, leave the section blank. And if you have a case study, position it to reflect the most desired end result your niche is looking for and present it in a single line. PS, last month, we helped company X grow from an empty calendar to booking 25 qualified sales meetings in a month with Fortune 500 prospects while helping them to increase their closing rate by 50%. This way you will showcase that you know what you're talking about. Now we have written your first cold email. Now we'll also need to write a few follow-ups, and the reason why we need to follow-ups is because people are busy. You might send them an email today, but they are busy and don't have time to reply to it. And this is completely normal, and because of this we want to send them a few emails in the following days to make sure that they get the chance to read our initial email. These emails don't have to be complex. Follow-ups I commonly use are these. Follow-up number 1, hey, first name, did you have time to check this email I sent a few days ago? Follow-up number 2, I like to send this 5 days after the initial email. Hi again, first name, just wanted to expand a bit on the email I sent to you a few days ago. The reason why I reached out to you is because I truly feel we can help you a lot through mechanism. In a nutshell, then you just describe the activities you do for the client in a few simple sentences. In a nutshell, we first do this, then we do this, and then we do this, and we do that to generate end result in time frame. Of course, you only pay us based on results. Do you have time for a quick chat about this next Tuesday? Cheers, and your signature. And this is an email that I like to send 10 days of initial email. Hi, first name. It seems like you're busy right now, so I don't want to bother you anymore. If at any point you'd like to discuss more about offer, so your offer here, feel free to reach out to me back on this email. So if you at any point you'd like to discuss more about making an extra $100,000 in 6 months, feel free to reach out to me back on this email. Thanks, signature. PS, is there someone else that I should reach out to about this at and their company name instead? This last part is the easy one, which is creating the campaigns. We'll just take the prospect list and scripts we have generated and put them together into a cold email campaign. Obviously, we don't want to be sending all these emails and follow-ups manually, so we'll use software that lets us automate this whole process. There are multiple options in the market, but my favorite tool is called instantly.ai. I have used them since they launched 1.5 years ago, and I have personally met the founders multiple times. They're super cool guys, and it's a super cool company. And Instantly AI costs $37 a month to get started with, so you don't have to spend a fortune to get started with your first campaign. And also for some extra savings, a bit of a shameless plug, you can use this link, so instantly.ai/via and then equals Levi. And if you use that link, you can use the code Levi10 for a 10% discount. And this is obviously an affiliate link if you use that. So if you use that, I'll get a small percentage from the money you spend. So I can spend that money to fuel my addiction to buy colorful Thai boxing shorts. So in Instantly here, you just go to the campaigns tab here on the left side and you just press add new and then you name your campaign. And I would recommend naming your campaign something that is easy to remember and it shows you immediately who you're targeting. So you could say SEO offer campaign France CEOs. those. So this way, when you look at the campaign, you immediately know what you're selling, where does it go, and who are you targeting. Then when you press continue, you're gonna go to this screen where you're gonna add the list that you scraped from Apollo. And you just press import, and here just upload a CSV file. Instantly also has a really good lead scraping tool, so you can use that, but you can just upload your CSV. So take a list from Apollo, download this in CSV, and just upload it here. Then when you have done that, you go to sequences and you put your cold email campaigns here. So for example, I could put this here. Hey, first name, location-based personalization. And when you want these merge fields, so what you can do is you can just press insert variables. And when you have your lead list uploaded, it will give you all the options that you want. Instantly also has great templates. You can just use these as well. So just add your cold email campaign and then your subject line. This doesn't need to be anything crazy. It can just be quick question or whatever you want. And then you're going to add your follow-ups. To add follow-ups, you just put in your follow-up, leave this empty so they come as a thread. And then you just write here once again, hey, first name, just wanted to quickly check that you got my last email. What do you think? Boom. And then you just put here the time between the emails that you want to have. And you can pretty much like add unlimited amount of follow-ups if you want to. I just like to do like 2 or 3. When you have done that, you just press save. You just go to schedule. And in schedule, what you just do is you just select the time zone of your customers. If the people you are reaching out to are located in Buenos Aires, you just put in Buenos Aires. And I always just like to do 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. This doesn't really matter that much, but this is what I just do. And I would just do Monday through Fridays. And here on options, you just press this and just add the email accounts that you have added, add them here. And then here, you just do this, boom, disable, and press this. And then if you have 20 email accounts, just put this to 400 in the beginning and you're able to increase the bit later on. And here, like the only thing I would do is I would just check these boxes and then just press save. And boom, now you are just ready to press this launch button and launch your first cold email campaign. When your campaigns have been launched, you'll start getting replies to your master inbox that you have set up if you use the guide from leadgenkit.io. So you'll just get emails to your master inbox. It's going to be showed there. And remember, your goal isn't to sell your service through the emails, but to book a call. You'll also use the inbox management system you'll get access to inside Lead Gen Kit, and that's going to show you exactly how to reply to any email you get from your campaign for the maximum efficiency. So now you have all the information that you need to go from a beginner to actual B2B lead generation expert, so you can start generating tens of calls a month, or you can just take this thing and start selling it as a service to scale your own lead generation up to tens of thousands of dollars every single month. Of course, there's a bunch of nuances in the B2B lead generation. The industry changes a lot. There's a bunch of updates. There's stuff that stops working and stuff that starts working, etc. So if you want to stay ahead of the curve, just check the links in the description, and I'll probably have some cool stuff that helps you make a ton of money for your business and for yourself. We have helped over 200 people build a lead generation agency through cold email, scale it to 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a month. Also, if you want the entire playbook on how to take what I just showed you and sell it as a service and get paid $2, $3, $4, $5, $10,000 a month by clients, so you can build a sustainable business, escape your 9 to 5, get location, time, financial freedom, whatever it might be, you can just click the video here on this screen that shows you exactly how to do it step by step. And it's going to show you exactly how I made $383,000 in the first year of doing this, so you can start selling that as a service as well. I hope you enjoyed. I put a lot of time and effort into it, so drop me a like. And of course, subscribe to the channel because I'm trying to get to 10K ASAP. Thank you. Take care. Bye.